everyone. So in this video, I am going to show you how to do something that I have been working on over Christmas break. I am going to show you how to use sea spray from Dixie Belle. Hopefully my husband can put a picture up of it because I have forgotten to bring it down with me, but I've already got it mixed into my paint. So again, today we're going to learn how to use sea spray, which is a product from Dixie Belle that gives your pieces a little bit more texture to them. But first I can tell you a little bit about how we made some DIY candle pillar holders or pillar candle holders over Christmas break. So we had some bed frames that probably weren't going to work out very well as bed frames, and so my husband cut them up and did some sanding to them, and we have turned them into these candle or pillow candle holders. And we found these discs on Amazon, and so we ordered those and we had a lot of fun. So we made some pillar candle holders and some farmhouse trays. One of the styles that we used on the candle holder was to have a little bit of texture. This one kind of looks a little bit like it's stone or cement. But this is done in hurricane gray, and I mixed the sea spray into it. And then I'm going to show you how I use this technique. I don't know, Steve, can you zoom in a little bit? You can kind of see the texture that is used there. And then afterwards, I made a wash from driftwood. It's another Dixie Belle color. And when you make a wash, you're basically washing or watering down paint. And I basically used equal parts. So I just got a plastic spoon. I put in a spoonful of water, then I put in a spoonful of driftwood. And then I just used a foam brush to spread it over the top of this. And so we have this pillar candle holder that we made also from a bed frame. And we have this pillar candle holder as well. And I think I might have you zoom in again just to see some of the texture, different texture in this. I'm going to kind of move it up and down just so you can see a little bit of that. I think it turned out pretty well. I'm going to turn it this way, a couple different ways too, just so you can see some of that. It's a really cool texture that it makes. Okay, so the sea spray comes in a teal bag and it has a scooper in it. And for 8 ounces of paint, you put 2 scoops of the sea spray in and you mix it into there until you get a brownie batter consistency. So I have mine already mixed in because I've used it on these. And so I'm going to paint this candle holder with it. Gonna dip it in here, and you can kind of see maybe the brownie batter texture of it. And now you paint it on a little bit differently than you would normally paint. I kind of have been painting it on regularly at first, and then I'll go back over it with my brush and you kind of push in and just use it to give you that texture. I also, when I'm dipping it into the pot, I'm kind of like getting it to sit on my brush a little bit so I get kind of a clump of it. And paint that on. And then again, I'm just kind of pushing down with my brush to get that texture to it. down with the brush. Now they say that when you're done with this and it gets a little bit more dry, not completely dry, if you don't want as much texture, you can press it down just a little bit more with the brush. I like the amount of texture that's there, so I have just kept it how it is. Pushing it out. And you could just experiment with moving your brush different ways to get it how you want it to look. I'm probably going to have to wait a little bit until it dries to get the top of it so I have something to steady it with and hold on to. But there you just get the basic idea of the technique. So again, just to review, you get your 8 ounces of paint. If you have a 16 ounce of paint, you could either measure it out or you could use 4 scoops instead of 2 scoops of sea spray. So in your 8 ounces of paint, you use 2 scoops of sea spray. Mix it in till you get a batter-like consistency, and then you're going to use the techniques that I just showed you. Now once it dries, in order to get this look, again, I'm going to water down whatever color that I want to make it a wash. In this case, again, I use driftwood. This is Hurricane Gray, and then I put driftwood as a wash over top. So you take equal parts, 1 teaspoon of water, 1 teaspoon of paint. Or you could get 5 teaspoons of water, 5 teaspoons of paint, whatever you think you're going to need. And I take a sponge brush and I just brush it over till I get the look I want. And then sometimes I will take a damp cloth, a dry lint-free cloth, and kind of just get the excess off of it when I'm covering something with a wash. And of course, I always use my baby wipes. If it doesn't look how I want it to, I get some of it off just till I achieve the look that I want to. And then when I'm done and this dries and I have the wash on it, I'm going to cover these in gator hide. You probably could cover them in clear coat, but I especially want to put this top part, I want to put gator hide on this top part because this is where the candle's going to sit. And so it should offer pretty good protection for when the wax melts. And there you have it. Pretty short and sweet and simple. Thank you very much.